Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. So tomorrow, Ali and I will be getting on a plane and flying over to LA and going to E3. If you don't know what E3 is, it's basically a huge entertainment expo focused around gaming. So all of the big gaming publishing developers are going to be there. There'll be new games announced, there'll be new games on the show that we can play. There's going to be literally so much cool stuff going on. And I've always been to E3 as like on the other side of the fence, if you like. So looking after YouTubers or planning social content. I've always worked there through a company, so obviously I was there with Xbox last year. I've never been to E3 as like a YouTuber, so I'm kind of really scared. It's just my first time doing it as a YouTuber and I'm really nervous, but I am really excited. I'm obviously going to be tweeting and doing Instagram live stories and everything while I'm there, so don't forget to check my description so you can make sure you follow me on both of those accounts so I can share my E3 experience with you guys. I'm also going to be vlogging as much as I can out there, so you guys will be able to get kind of an idea of what I'm doing out there. All the crazy stuff that I get to see and do, you guys will do as well. And I'm gonna get the chance to capture some gameplay while I'm out there too. So loads of cool, crazy stuff going on. I'm scared. I'm like really scared, but it's gonna be a lot of fun and I'm gonna be with Ali. And E3 sounds like it's gonna be super cool this year. There's a lot of stuff that I wanna get my hands on. So this is kind of like a top 5 list of E3 games and like things I'm most excited about for E3. They're all kind of gaming titles mainly, and not all of them are confirmed. Some of them are just rumors, but this is like my dream list of things that I want to see at E3, and I want to know how it compares to your guys' list. So let me know in the comments below what you guys are excited for. If there's anything that's going to be at E3 that you'd like to see on my channel later on, let me know in the comments below. And guys, without further ado, here's my E3 top 5. So that was a cheeky little lie there, because just before we get into the top 5, here's a few things that didn't quite make the list, but they're all things I'm really excited for. So you guys probably didn't know that Ali and I are huge Borderlands fans. We played Borderlands 2 so much together. As soon as we finished it, like we literally just said accept to start the game again on a harder mode. Like we had so much fun playing the Borderlands. It's incredibly fun to play as a co-op game. There's been a few rumors that there may be Borderlands 3 at E3. We've seen a little bit of Borderlands 3 because they have done a tech test where they've released a little bit about what the new gameplay is going to look like and how the new game is going to look, but that's really all we've had up until now. So anything else on Borderlands 3 would definitely get me really excited to see at E3 if it did turn up. Also, we know that Skyrim and Monster Hunter are both coming to the Nintendo Switch. I'm obviously really excited for Skyrim just because then I'll have Skyrim on the go. It's also a great opportunity to try and get Ali to play a little bit of Skyrim, so if we're traveling somewhere, we can both play side by side. I've already told him that if he's playing, I am just basically going to create a character in my game with different classes, but go to all the same places that he goes, because I know the world, I've already explored it, so I kind of want to explore it with him, but in my own game. And then Monster Hunter is obviously a game that we could play together and have so much fun. It's very grindy, there's very big monsters, basically things that we love in games, and we can try and take them down in co-op together. So if either of those, if we got a little bit more news about when they could be coming to the Nintendo Switch at E3, I would be so excited. If there's hands-on to try them, even better. And then finally, this is just a rumor, but we've heard that Smash Bros could be announced to coming to the Nintendo Switch. We got pretty obsessed with Smash on the Wii U. We played it so much, and I would always play it as Lucina. I loved playing as Lucina. So if there's any news of Smash coming to Switch so that we can play again on the go against each other, I know technically you can do that already, but I want to play it on my Switch. Like my Switch is like sat here. I play Zelda on it when I get a chance. We're going to be playing Zelda on the plane, because obviously we can bring this and just charge it. But as much as I love my Switch, I need more games on it. So the more games that we hear about, the better. So guys, now on to my top 5. I told you I would get to it. So at number 5 is a project that I obviously worked on a little bit and kind of heard down the grapevine when I worked at Xbox, which is Project Scorpio. It is the new Xbox console that will be coming out. It's more powerful. It will be able to play more powerful games. It will be able to do a lot more cool stuff. And in particular, I'm kind of interested to find out if they're going to talk a little bit more about AR. So VR, we already know, is obviously kind of in PlayStation's pocket a little bit now. VR is virtual reality, so where you kind of put the headset on and you're directly into a new world, almost like it's like a screen inside there sort of thing. AR is a little bit different, and AR is what Microsoft are focusing on with HoloLens. So AR is more bringing that game world and integrating it into your own world. So if you imagine VR is like putting on the headset, seeing Minecraft and walking around in a Minecraft world, AR is playing Minecraft in the world you're already on, but building it around like my desk, for example, now. So it's integrating gaming into the world you already have. So I'm really excited to find out if there's going to be a little bit more talk of AR around Scorpio, but also just to see what Scorpio looks like and what kind of games they're going to be announcing for it. Even if it's just enhanced version of previous games, I just want to know what kind of games we're going to be able to play on the Scorpio. And having worked on it in Xbox, I'm obviously really, really excited about it. So next up is a game and a character actually that is very close to my heart, and that is Tomb Raider and of course Lara Croft, who I got to meet the actress who plays Lara Croft and do lots of very cool stuff in South Africa a couple of months ago for the new Tomb Raider film, which comes out in March next year, which is also a lot nearer to when my video about that will come out as well. So hold on for that, it's gonna be epic. I can't wait to share it with you guys, but it's still in the pipeline. And I also played the whole of the Rise of the Tomb Raider with you guys on this channel. Now the game was sometimes very tough and very challenging, and the puzzles in particular were pretty hard.
It's not going to do any good at that level.
She keeps dying these really horrific deaths. I'm so sorry, Lara. But we had a lot of fun playing that game together, and I'm really looking forward to the next game in the franchise. Now we know what it's called because there was a leak a couple of months ago, which is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And the name isn't giving a huge amount away. I mean, we've already seen Lara grow and advance and go from kind of a scared sort of teenage girl to becoming the Tomb Raider, the Lara Croft that we know. There's still a lot of kind of unfinished business to do with her family, and there's still just a little bit more growing that Lara needs to do. So the Shadow of the Tomb Raider could be the game that finalizes turning young Lara into bold, amazing Lara Croft. I'm really looking forward to the game. I hope it's just as gritty and as dark as the other ones, and continues to tell the amazing story of probably the best heroine in the whole of games, and actually also in movies. Now, we don't know if there's going to be any talk of Shadow of the Tomb Raider at E3, but we can hope, even if there's a little nod to it, some key art, even if it's just the logo, like anything would be great, and fingers crossed we hear a little bit more at E3 next week. So next up is a game that we know we're going to be seeing at E3, and that is Need for Speed Payback. Now, I played a little bit of the last Need for Speed game on this channel, and it was a really, really fun game. It's actually a game that I kick myself for not playing a little bit more for you guys. The only reason I didn't is because at the time I was still working 2 jobs at once. I was still working at Xbox and I was doing YouTube, and it just got a little bit crazy. But you guys like loved the video, and it's one of my most requested titles to go back and play. Now, I love the Need for Speed franchise. I love racing games in general. I've played a lot of Forza Horizon 3 for you guys too, but Need for Speed will always hold a special place in my heart because Need for Speed Carbon is a game that I beat both when I was in the 6th form common room at school on PlayStation 2, and then when I had my Wii as well, I bought Need for Speed and played it with like the tourney controller. I basically just absolutely love the Need for Speed games, and Need for Speed Carbon in particular is one that I love so much. So I'm really looking forward to hearing about a new Need for Speed. I think it may be at least shown or playable at the EA Play event, so fingers crossed I get some hands-on with it and I can show you guys how amazing it looks, or at least we just see a little bit more about what the game is going to be about. If you guys are big Need for Speed fans, let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see it on this channel when Need for Speed Payback comes out, let me know as well. So on to the final 2. So number 2 is a game that I know I'm going to be getting hands-on at E3, and I'm so excited for, and that is Destiny 2. So I didn't actually play any Destiny on my channel, however I played so much Destiny 1. Like Ali and I played it a lot together. We would do all the strikes together, we'd do PvP together, we did the whole PvE element of the game together as well. When all the expansions released, we played them all. Literally, we played the game to death. I think Ali got to 400 light and I got to 398 in the end. We didn't quite get there, but we had so much fun playing Destiny. We both also played as the Hunter. I actually had a hunter, a warlock, and a titan. I had one of all three, but I didn't manage to get all of them up to like super highlight levels. Now, I used to play as the hunter blade dancer, but they've released that there's going to be a new hunter subclass, which is the arc strider. It looks similar, but you kind of get like a staff to fight with instead of the two blades, and it looks like it's going to be really, really fun. I'm hoping to get a little bit of the campaign to show you guys at E3, so that's the main story rather than the PvP, because the story bit is the bit that I love the most about Destiny. I'm much more into the PvE than I am to the PvP, so playing against like the story and the environment rather than against other players. So I'm really hoping that I get the chance to show you guys that at E3, and I'm just so excited to be playing Destiny again. If it's a game you want to see on this channel again, let me know in the comments below. So for number one, you know there was always only ever going to be one, and that was obviously a new entry in the Elder Scrolls series. So Skyrim is the last Elder Scrolls games we had. That was Elder Scrolls number 5, I believe, so we'd be looking out for Elder Scrolls number 6. And as much as I am so hyped and so excited for the chance that there may be an Elder Scrolls entry announced at E3, I'm not super confident about this. There's two reasons. One is the Elder Scrolls Online is obviously still popping off, still doing really well. They literally just released Morrowind for the Elder Scrolls Online, so the Elder Scrolls is still getting a lot of love outside of the main series from Elder Scrolls Online, so I'm not sure if Bethesda would want to do anything with that franchise while they've still got a really successful sort of side project going on. But also because Bethesda have teased that they're going to be announcing 2 new IPs potentially at E3. They've released this artwork, which is kind of a fairground of Bethesda sort of themed games. So you can see Fallout, you can see Skyrim, and there's 2 that are still technically under construction. So people think that there's going to be at least 1, potentially 2 new IPs announced by Bethesda at E3, which is obviously ridiculously exciting news, because Bethesda games, although they have their quite interesting little glitches and issues, they're still very, very amazing games. And one IP in particular that's been getting the internet very excited is the fact that Bethesda chose to copyright the name Starfield, which a lot of people think is going to be Bethesda's new game in space. It's something that they've talked about in the past, but they said the technology wasn't there yet. But now they're saying that the new technology is allowing them to do things that they previously could not do. So we could be about to see a brand new space game from Bethesda, which would obviously be very cool. It's not quite as cool as the new Elder Scrolls game, but it's pretty close. You guys know that I like space and sci-fi. It's never going to be quite as cool as the new Elder Scrolls game, but it's still very, very cool. So fingers crossed we get something amazing from Bethesda at E3. And if we do, it's probably going to take my number 1 E3 spot. So let me know what you guys think of my top 5 list in the comments below, and let me know what you guys are excited for, and again, which of those games you would like to see on this channel. And just a little bit of a note as well, a lot of you guys have been asking why there's no Skyrim on this channel. If you go on my channel and switch it to restricted view, all my Skyrim content completely disappears, because Skyrim is an 18+ game, and right now YouTube is just not being very kind to 18+ games. So even though I don't swear, even though I'm not using some crazy like overly weird mods in my game, I'm just using mods that make the game look prettier, it's still classed as a gory, violent 18+ game, which means that it's never going to get the same amount of views. YouTube just isn't going to show it as much, and as a result those videos are going to do really badly on my channel. So until that changes, it's going to be quite difficult for me to play Skyrim, but who knows, if there's a new Elder Scrolls game, maybe we can find a way to kind of circumvent that for you guys. So let me know what you think of my list. I'm going to be heading out to E3 tomorrow morning, fresh and early with Ali, and don't forget you can follow all my antics on my social channels while we're out at E3. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you with some fresh E3 content from LA very soon. Bye guys!